Good day, guys. So, in this section, I'll be teaching you on how to start out in tech as a newbie. So, I'll be sharing with you my experience, what actually helped me to start out well, because it's one thing to start and actually start out well in tech. So, I'll be sharing with you my experience, what helped me when I first started, how I was able to land a mentor. So, let's dive into this section. So, we're going to learn a lot. So, in this section, yeah. So my name is Gloria Leonard. So I'm a UI/UX designer. So my tech part was not actually straightforward. So I first started as a front end developer. I think that was 2019, 2018. So I was learning HTML, CSS, JavaScript. So I was learning front end for a while. So that was around 2020 or 2021. I started out in UI/UX design fully, and since then till today, I've been a UI/UX designer. So I will basically be sharing with you the whole stuff that actually helped me in my tech part. So, so the first thing is that when starting out in tech, especially for newbies, first of all, you need to discover what you are interested in. So there are different ways to discover what you are interested in. So most times you might be somebody that like color, that like paying attention to details. UI/UX is for you. You might be this kind of person that like coding, that like solving problems. You might know that development is for you. So most times there is no like one way of actually finding your interest. So one major thing about identifying your interest is that it's not really like a straightforward thing. So most times you might start out maybe as a graphic designer, but you might end up doing data science. So it's just for you to try out different tech stack. So you might try out maybe data analysis. From there you go to graphics. From there you go to front end. So the major thing is that for you to actually know what you're interested in is when you have actually tried out these different options, these different stack, at some point you tend to like settle in one that speaks to you, one that you like so much. So it's not like it's like a linear something. So most times, majority of the time, you need to like try a different option before you can settle in one. So the next thing is that you need to like seek for mentorship. There are different ways you can get a mentor. You can meet your mentor in a tech event like this. So it was in a tech event like this I was able to meet my first mentor, because me actually finding a mentor was actually very, very difficult, because before I met my first mentor, I was meeting some people that wanted something in exchange for them to mentor me in tech. Some of them wanted to take advantage of me. So I came for Tech of Port Harcourt. That was 2021, and I met my mentor. So when I met my mentor, it was a huge turnaround for me. My mentor helped me to get a fully funded scholarship by Harvard Tech Hub, where I was giving stipends every month, and I was giving stipends for data, stipends for food. Also, I also had access to a very nice space where I can come and with my laptop and practice. So it was really something huge at that time, because me starting out in design with not knowing my left and right and having this kind of opportunity, it was really good, and I made good use of that opportunity. I learned very well, and after 6 months I landed my first tech job. So the major thing about mentorship is that when you have a mentor, you don't need to like start struggling, because your mentor is going to be like your guide that will help you not to have some kind of stumbling block in your career, because your mentor is somebody that is already advanced, is already experienced in the tech industry, already know how some things are. So most times you have to, when you have a mentor, you stand on the person's experience to like to like grow very fast. Because for example, when your mentor started out, your mentor must have faced different challenges, but because now you're learning from him, you're not going to face the challenges he faced. So that's just one major thing about mentorship. Is actually going to help you, and is actually going to make you to learn very fast. Because initially, when I first started front end development, I was always doing everything from the comfort of my home. I didn't have a mentor, I didn't join any tech community. I was just doing everything on my own. I spent years and years moving in circles. So moving in circles, learning just HTML and CSS for like 2 years. I didn't even get my hands dirty on a project to like practice my skill set. So the thing is that if I had a mentor back then, I wouldn't have been making those kind of mistakes, spending years learning things that I don't know how to apply. So that's just basically it. Having the right mentor may shorten the gap for you, make you to learn fast, make you to learn so many things at ease. So yeah, so that's just it. So when you come to an event like this, be open-minded, meet people, connect. Another way to actually get a mentor, you can look at some of the speakers. Me, I mentor people on UiUx Design for free, so you can reach out to me at Gloria Leonard on YouTube. So I have a YouTube channel, so you can search for Gloria Leonard and you're going to see me, and you can reach out to me if you're interested in UiUx. I can mentor you for free. That's basically what I do. I've mentored over 400 people in UiUx Design. So yeah, so you can always reach out to me. So another thing is to join tech community. So Harvard Tech Hub have a very strong tech community, because that was actually what helped me. I'm mentioning Harvard Tech Hub a lot because that was actually what helped me when I was starting out. So have a very strong tech community that can actually help you to grow. So you can also find more tech communities online. There are different tech communities on WhatsApp, on Telegram, on Discord, where you're going to see people from different countries that are interested in your niche. You can connect with them, you can ask questions. So yeah, so that's just one thing about joining a tech community, because joining a tech community, you tend to know some trends, some latest things that are happening in your niche. Because the main thing you need to know is that when learning tech, you don't need to like learn it from a whole. You need to like relate with people, be open-minded, relate with people, connect with people. Because most times when you join most of all these tech communities, you tend to know the latest trends that are happening in your industry, new software being used, new ways of doing things. You're not just learning in the dark. So you have people that are interested in similar things to what you're interested in, and it's a good way to grow when you're surrounded with like minds. So that's one important of as a newbie for you to join a tech community. So one key thing you need to know is that as you are learning from your mentor, have a project that you are working on. Because just like what I mentioned earlier, one major thing that killed my front end development skill when I first started was because I was not using my HTML, CSS, JavaScript to build a website or a web app. I was just learning them, learning terminologies, all those stuff. So the thing is that you need to get your hands dirty. You need to build a project. Maybe you want to solve a particular problem, maybe in River State or in the world. You want to create a particular app. Try to use your tech skill. Don't wait until you have like 5 years of experience or 2 years of experience. As you're learning, even if you're a few months old, try to use those things you're learning to build something. So the more you build, the more you ask your mentor more questions, the more you learn more. Because by the time you start using your skill set to be exposed, you'll be like, oh, how can I build this? Because I want to include this particular feature on this thing I'm building. Before you know, you start broadens your mind and broadens your understanding about what you're doing. So I advise, whether you're a few months old, as you're learning anything, start building a project, because it's actually going to help you to grow and move very, very far in your tech career. So another thing is to attend boot camp and workshops. So one major thing that's actually going to help you is as a tech person for you to learn how to connect, because I connect with other people by attending workshops and tech events like this. Is that most times when you learn your tech skill, there will be a point you want to get jobs, you want to get gigs. It's people that you meet in all these tech events that are going to refer you for gigs. Majority of the gigs that I got initially was majority of my friends that I met in tech hub, in Havoc's tech hub rather. They were referring me to gig, they were connecting me with different things. Even people that I met in tech event too, they referred me to different opportunities back then in Port Harcourt, and I was able um to earn money from my skill set. So there was something I didn't add in my in my slide, so I'm just going to talk about it real quick. So one major thing is that you need to be consistent as a tech person. Consistency is the key. So one major thing that actually made me to learn very fast and to make money from my skill set, even when I was learning my skill set after 6 months, was that I had the urge of making money before I graduated from school. As at 2021, I was in my final year, about to round up. So I was learning my tech skill like first semester of my final year. I was learning this tech skill because I knew I had a vision in mind. I did not want to finish school and be asking my parents for money. So that was like the driving force that made me to learn my tech skill very well. And I was always reaching out to my mentor to ask questions. So generally, for you to actually grow in your tech skill, you need to like have a driving force. You need to like have a why. Why are you learning tech? My own why back then was for me to make money. Even right now, I want to make money from my skill set. Despite the fact I'm passionate about what I do, I want to make money. That's my why. So you need to look for your why, and that should be something that actually makes you to be consistent. Because one major thing you need to know is that if you are not consistent in your tech career, you are not going to make it out of tech. You need to be consistent. I told you guys that I started designing from 2021. So all the days in 2021, all the months in 2021, 2022, 2023, currently in 2024, I do UiUx design every day, every month, every minute. There is no day that passes without me doing something on my laptop. Some people might be, oh, you might not have techies don't have a life or something. I have a life. It's just that I know what I want to get from my tech skill. I know my driving force, I know my why, I know what I want to achieve. So I have my time where I use my laptop, I have my time where I do other things. So the major thing is that you need to have a vision. When you have a vision, your goal is going to be very clear on why you are doing what you're doing. You might set yourself, you might give yourself, okay, maybe in the next 1 year I want to learn this remote work. And one major thing you need to know is that whenever you are learning any tech skill, learn it and learn it very well. Because right now the job market is not really funny like the way it was in 2021. Right now,
Get a tech job.
not really as easy as it is back then. I'm not saying this to discourage anybody, but the thing is that whatever you are learning, try to learn it very well. Majority of newbies are always in a hurry to learn a tech skill and they don't want to learn it very well. Try to learn it very well and start out by applying for internship. So I've talked about building a project. I've talked about attending boot camps. Another thing is that once you start building a project, start creating a portfolio. For designers, you have a design portfolio. People that develop, you need to show your GitHub repo for people that want to employ you, for them to see, so that they can give you a job, and you can use your portfolio or your your GitHub repo or whatever thing that shows the work you can do. So it's not just your resume or your CV. It's you need to actually show. If you a website developer, show actually a website that you have created. So one major thing you need to know in tech is that before somebody is going to hire you, you need to like show working. Majority of the work I've done, nobody have asked me for my certificate in tech. Nobody have asked me for my UiUx certificate. They gave me the job because they felt I'm capable. and because I have a design portfolio that shows I can do what I say I can do. So you need to like show working. One thing about tech is that tech is not by mouth. You need to actually show what you can do with your hands. If you say you can develop something, show what you have developed with your tech skill. So that's just it. So you need to actually start creating project. I've talked about that as you are learning, so that you can learn fast. And lastly, you need to always keep learning. As a tech person, you don't need to like have like a mindset that says, oh, I know it all. You don't know it all in tech. One thing about tech is that you might think you know something this month, the next month a new way of doing that particular thing has come out, or the next few months. So you need to be open-minded to unlearn and relearn, and to unlearn and learn again. So to unlearn what you already know and learn a new thing. So that's just one thing. As a tech person, you need to have an open mind to keep on learning, because the more you keep on learning, the more you keep on expanding your knowledge in your skill set. So yeah, so that will be all, guys. Thank you so much, guys, for listening. So if you want to follow me, if you want to be under my free mentorship for UiUx Design, you can follow me on YouTube at Gloria Leonard. So once you go on YouTube, you search for Gloria Leonard, you're going to see me. I'm wearing a white and black pattern dress. That's the profile picture. So you're going to see my videos there. So you can subscribe to my YouTube channel and also send me a DM on LinkedIn, so that we can connect here. So thank you so much, guys, for listening.